I don't mean to brag, but my wife makes the absolute best carrot cake I've ever tasted. We've been sharing this with a lot of our friends lately, and they've been agreeing. We're going to take a few minutes here and show you exactly how she puts this all together. And after the video, you can copy all the ingredients right from the description below. And now she's getting things started by adding 1.5 cups of vegetable oil into a large mixing bowl. And that gets followed up with 1.5 cups of sugar into that same bowl. And now she stirs this up until that sugar is fully dissolved. That's looking really good right there. Now she's going to go ahead and grab her 4 large eggs, and she's going to beat those in a separate bowl before she adds those into our oil and sugar. And once those have been thoroughly beaten, you add that into your oil and sugar, and you can give that a gentle stir, but we'll stir this up a little bit more later on. We'll set it aside for now. And now we need to grate 3 cups of carrots. She's starting off here with her leftover carrots from making soup earlier in the day, and then she'll move into peeling some other carrots to get the full 3 cups. And then at some point here, Julie decided, hey, I think I've got 3 cups, so she measured it out. Let's see how close she was. Oh, did you get like 3 cups exactly here? Wow. Yeah, I know she's been cooking for many, many years, but I'm always still impressed when she gets those measurements exactly like that. And now she fully mixes in those 3 cups of grated carrots right into the oil mixture. And I'll speed this up a little bit here so you can see what this looks like when she's done mixing this. Oh, that's starting to look good. At this point, she's going to grab a separate bowl here to start mixing in some dry ingredients, starting off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And she follows that up here with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Here she's grabbing her fancy little container of baking soda, and she's adding 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And she's always moving very quick, so she moved right into the 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and I missed the first one, but got the second one there. That's immediately followed up with 2 teaspoons of ground allspice. And that was again 2 teaspoons. And now she's mixing these all together. And you certainly want to mix this all together so everything is spread out evenly. Once you're happy with that mixture, you want to add this slowly into the wet ingredients. Julie likes to break this up into 3 stages. She pours 1/3 of the dry ingredients in, gives this a nice thorough mixing, does the next 1/3, does another mixing, and then the final batch to do the final mix. And when she's completed, this is what it's going to look like right here. She just added 1 cup of chopped pecans. Here she's adding 1 cup of raisins. Now Julie actually prefers not having raisins in it, but most of the other folks, they enjoy the raisins, so she's adding it this time. Let us know in the comments below what you prefer. And I almost missed this here too. This is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I gotta stay on my toes with her. Now it's time to start preheating our old oven to 325 degrees. Now she has her 9x13 baking dish and a 1/2 stick of butter, and she's just using that butter to fully grease everything of that dish. All up the sides, the bottom, you want to make sure this is fully covered and greased. And it looks like she's got it done right about now. Perfect. And once that's fully greased, she's grabbing her sugar here and she's going to fully sugar this baking dish. Just apply a little bit of sugar on the bottom and rotate that pan around until you have that covered in a thin layer of sugar all around the edges. And once you have that thin layer fully applied, you dump out the remaining sugar. There we go. And certainly before adding in the batter, you want to give this a nice thorough mixing just to make sure all those raisins and pecans are fully mixed in and distributed. And while she does this, I'm going to share with you the AI song I made just for this occasion. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist putting that song in this video. It was too fun making that. As you can see, Julie did pour that evenly into the baking dish, and now she's going to bake this at 325 degrees for 60 minutes. She set that timer for 30 minutes because at the halfway point, she likes to rotate it. Like I said, our oven's a little bit old, so she does like to rotate things. So there's the rotation at 30 minutes, and now she's going to bake it for the remaining 30 minutes. Again, a total of 60 minutes at 325 degrees. And after I fix the color on the camera, there we go. You can see she does test this out with the cake tester. Everything's looking good. And now we're going to let this sit for 1 hour, and then we're going to make the frosting. So again, now it's 1 hour later, and now we're going to make the frosting after the cake is cooled down. Now she's going to start off with 8 ounces of cream cheese. Come on, let go, let go. There we go. We've switched over to the instrumental version of the song in the background, and Julie's grabbed 12 tablespoons of butter. That's a stick and a half, and she's going to put that into the mixing bowl as well. There it is. Now we've got 2 tablespoons of milk. That's going in as well. Next to join the party is the vanilla extract. 2 teaspoons right here. Now since this is for a special occasion, she's going with a nice thick frosting, which means 3 cups of powdered sugar. We don't make this very often, so we're going with a nice sweet treat here. And at this point, just blend this all together with a nice good mixer. This one is a little bit powerful, so it made a little bit of a mess. And using that hand mixer, you want to go until it's a nice thick and smooth frosting. And you might have a little cleanup afterwards. And I find myself having to do a little bit of quality control here. Alright. Yep, that's good. Let's get that frosting on that cake. And once you get that frosting all nice and smooth, you're ready to serve. We make this about 3 times a year for different special occasions for the family, like my dad's birthday, and this always gets rave reviews. We'd certainly be honored if you subscribe to our channel. You can check out another one of our videos right here. Until next time, God bless.